I'm joined now from New York by Nida Khan. She is an independent journalist and a freelance writer for the Huffington Post. Thanks very much for being with us. So I want to ask you, first of all, what is the benefit of early voting for voters? I mean, what's wrong with just waiting till election day to vote?
Hi, thank you for having me. It's great to be on. Early voting is actually beneficial for many reasons. A, you avoid the extensive lines. I mean, we just have to look at President Obama's election during both 2012 and 2008 because of the historical nature of it. The lines were tremendous, outrageous. People had to stand there for hours and hours. So early voting helps you avoid that. And it also gives you the benefit of actually going and voting on these issues as opposed to some last minute, if there's like an October surprise or November surprise, it actually gives you, the fortitude to look at the issues and make a cohesive decision based on that.
And the reports on the early voting so far, at least, are that it is proving to be very popular. How is it affecting the way campaigns are run? Does it bring this kind of sense of urgency and immediacy to the campaigns now?
Absolutely. And early voting historically has benefited the Democrats, and we're seeing that again in this campaign cycle as well. And Clinton has a huge, tremendous ground game. She has much more money put out on the ground as well, too. So you see her doing better in states like New Hampshire, Nevada, and even in Florida, where I believe the latest numbers is that in early voting that Republicans and Democrats are tied and at a much faster pace than they were even in 2012. So it's really interesting and exciting to see this transpire. And if you look even things like, in the Black community, when you have things like Souls to the Polls, where after church on Sundays, they take people and go to polling sites, all of that is helping the Democrats. And that's why you also saw things pass like, strict voter ID laws and an end to early voting days by a lot of Republican-held states because they know that early voting tends to help Democrats. So we're seeing that again. And then we're also seeing Clinton have like this great ground game where she has celebrities and everybody coming out for her. Jay-Z is performing in Ohio next Saturday. So it's all to drum up that base, her base, to support young people and get millennials there.
Yeah. You mentioned there that the indications are that this early voting tends to favor Democrats. Why is that? I mean, I'm not sure if there's what sort of evidence there is to back that up, but why would that be the case?
Well, it is the reason that in the African-American community and minority communities, they do come out in larger numbers. So that tends to benefit the Democrats. So we saw that in 2008, we saw that in 2012, and we're seeing that again now. I believe in North Carolina, it was something, I believe I can't recall the exact percentage, but something like 74%, don't quote me on that exact number, but around there, 74% of African Americans actually voted early before Election Day. So, and we know that minority communities tend to benefit the Democratic Party.
Good to speak with you, Nida Khan, joining us there from New York. Thanks very much.